have certain steps to use, and it's very careful you pay attention. So, we are going to make sure that we're going to start off with the pH indicator. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you guys, we don't know what that stuff is yet. So remember the thing that we used to smell? What was that? Wafting. So, be very, very careful. I trust you guys. You're going to pass this around to the other people on your table, and you're going to waft it, and I want to know what you guys think it smells like. Okay? Be careful so we don't spill it, okay? Waft it. So, if you're coughing and saying that isn't good, you're doing it right. And then once everyone gets a chance, put it back in the middle for me, please. I've heard no one say it smells like roses yet. All right, so did everyone get to waft that? Did everyone smell it? Okay. So I'm going to call on your tables, guys, and I'm going to ask you guys what you think it smelled like. And I love guesses, because you guys have no idea. So I can't tell you you're wrong, because you don't know what it is. So, what do you guys think it is? Go.
Spoiled milk.
Spoiled milk. I like the unison. All right, spoiled milk. What do you think? Rotten eggs. All right. What do you guys think? It is not doo-doo, but that was my favorite answer today. Spoiled broccoli. Oh, that's close. That is close. What do you guys think?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. What do you guys think? Bad celery.
This whole side of the room is like very close.
You guys are very close. This is actually. You're gonna not giving it away. What can you?
Oh, does anybody eat? Let me see. You know that stuff you might put on a bratwurst.
What?
Sauerkraut.
That's disgusting.
You
put on sauerkraut?
They call them guamkies. Stuffed cabbage. Does that smell?
So what?
Smell familiar?
So what this is red cabbage, and what the red cabbage is it's going to be our pH indicator. So that smelly stuff is what's going to help us determine if we have an acid or a base, and then what on the scale it is. For example, it could be a weak base, a strong base, a weak acid, a strong acid, or it could be right down the center. And what is that?
Right in the middle.
It is neutral. Yes, right down the center, right down the middle. So, what we're going to do, guys, first off, is we are going to, you know what these are called, right?
Yeah.
What are these called?
Measuring cup. It's called a beaker.
Give me a high five. So, measuring cups is okay, because it does what? I measured, so it is a measuring cup, but we like to call them beakers because of what? What do they have? Yes, they have beaks. That's why we call them beakers. But yes, we measure. For example, I didn't really do a good job measuring, but we have about 75 milliliters. So this measures milliliters in fluid ounces. I like to look at the milliliters when we measure. So, have you ever seen one of these bad boys before?
Yes.
What are these called?
We don't know.
They're not the turkey basters. That's close enough.
That's about not.
They're kind of like droppers. So, I like to call them droppers, but the scientific word for these are pipettes, okay? Everyone say pipettes for me. Pipettes. So, how to use pipettes. You probably know how to use them, but I want to make sure you guys watch it. You squeeze it inside, everyone see? And then you let it go. I was not expecting that. That was really cool. I thought you were going to be like, really? All right, so, what's in it right now? The red cabbage is in it. So then, how do you get it out of here? Squeeze it. So we are going to do two or three.
I would do 2 full.
So we are going to do 2 full. So watch this. I squeeze it in, and you are going to not do that. I'm not doing little drops. I'm squeezing the whole thing, okay? Whole thing. So make sure we do it 2 per well. We have 6 wells. So how many drops are we going to be doing total?
12.
Yes, 12. So you're going to be doing 2 per well, and there's 6, okay? So you guys can get started, okay? And then that's all we're going to be doing right now is putting the red cabbage in every single well, okay? And then we will go to further instructions when we get to that part, okay? No, 2 full ones. So she did it once, so she's going to do it again.
Two more wells.
Yeah, put it in.
Put it in the middle.
And these are called the wells. These things right here.
Oh, but like
Oh, because we'll get to the other stuff soon. Yep. So right now, because it's the indicator, guys, the red cabbage. So it's going in every single one. Don't worry about the other stuff, like how it says baking soda and Sprite. Don't worry about that. We're not there.
All of them. So each one can be.
Yeah. So this whole thing.
yeah.
So see how he put it in the water. Now he's gonna put it where?
He said everyone.
Windex.
He said
And when you know doing twice in the Windex, what are you gonna do? Twice a day. Each one gets 2 times. The red ones are okay.
You want us to fill
Yes.
Do you want us to fill them up?
Okay, watch. Just like that.
Yep.
How do you fill them?
You squeeze it. Let it go. Then you pick it up. And then you let it go again. Yep. So you do it twice. So that's perfect for that one. Now you do it in the different. Oh, you're going to get. What happened? Oh, did you put? Oh, did you put it in there? That's okay. Just put it right there. Oh, make sure, guys. You guys are doing a great job, but only the red cabbage right now. That's all we are doing.
We're running out.
You guys have another?
We got one right now. Another one. Now you can squeeze it.
We gotta get going.
Just a little bit. No, it's just a little bit.
2 in each one of those.
Can you put another drop?
All right.
Okay, he's twice.
So make sure you get that really quickly.
We
Okay.
need more.
Yeah, hold on.
Choose the cat. Right,
One more full one in there. Every single one of these.
We need more. We need more out.
What's that? Out. Are you crazy?
Please, no, not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We hardly see it. No, it's not.
I was just messing with you guys. It's not Pepsi. See, remember when I talked about the orange juice? Everything is not just because it's Pepsi. 2 more today?
I guess I should have put way more in.
Well, we didn't know that we were doing. So guys, as I'm putting this around, giving you guys more, remember when I said about the orange juice, you have no idea? Just because this is a Pepsi bottle, definitely does not mean it's Pepsi, because if you were to drink this, what would you be drinking? Red cabbage, and that would be very tasty, wouldn't it? No. So never believe what you see.
Take it. Just strain it. It's actually really
I'm so sorry.
All right, so I see that majority of you are getting there. So just listen to me while I'm talking. I see you're almost done. So we got the red cabbage in there, and that is going to be our what? I've said it a bunch of times. No, it's our pH indicator. It's our indicator. It's going to help us determine what is a base or an acid. We don't know what's what yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to start What is the very first well on the left say?
Wind.
Water. To the left. Water, yes. So, what you guys have is you have water in here. So, for example, am I going to put the water in the Windex?
No.
Am I going to put the water in the Sprite?
No.
Am I going to put the water in the orange juice?
No.
Am I going to put the water in the baking soda?
No.
Am I going to put the water in the vinegar?
No.
But am I going to put water in the water?
Yes.
Yes, you might think that's silly that I went through that, but I always have to make sure. Because there are times where I hear someone go, I put water in my orange juice, and then it doesn't come out. So, make sure when you guys start, you start from the water and you put the water in. And then Windex, what do you put in the Windex? Windex. Baking soda, what do you put in baking soda?
Baking soda.
Sprite, what do you put in it?
Sprite.
Well, some of you have Sprite, but you put Sprite in it. And then and so on and so on. You get it, right?
How many drops?
2? We're going to do 2 big squeezes, okay?
No.
I mean 2 drops. What would I do without him? You do 2 drops, okay, guys? Don't do big squeezes. Do 2 drops. So, and we'll come around if you guys have any questions, but do 2 drops. Be very careful, because you don't want to get water in your Sprite, or you don't want to get orange juice in your baking soda, so be very careful when you do the drops, okay? I'm very serious about that. So I took, whose water did I take? I took your water. You can start with whatever one you want, just to make sure you know. Yep, so the Windex goes where? Yes, so you do 2 drops of Windex in the Windex. 1, 2, there you go. Now, you're done with Windex, so, yes, 2. So what do you have? Yes, right? So, say if the person next to you has the Sprite, why don't you take the Windex and then keep switching out? Oh, and guys, for the orange juice, hey guys, can you listen up real quick? Everyone look at me real quick. So the orange juice, just do a few drops out of that pipette, okay? And then the same with that clear stuff, that stuff is baking soda. So just do a couple drops out of that too, okay? The baking soda's in that beaker, the big beaker. And this. Make sure you remember what ones you put in. That is baking soda. Yes. Yes. What did you put in there? So, then we'll just have to remember the orange juice and the baking soda is not a problem. Then hey guys, as some of you start to finish, start talking about, whoa, what did orange juice turn into? Start looking at your scale, okay? Yep. Did you put Windex
Oh, I see it.
Yep, and then you put 2 of these. Yep, so, did you do any yet? You guys can grab whatever, just make sure you get it out. So, for example, since you're not doing it, you just use 2 drops in the Windex, yes. Okay, that's actually baking soda, but it's okay. So you put the Sprite in the baking soda. So this is your baking soda. You just gotta pretend. So when she's done with Sprite, make sure you're gonna put, oh, that's vinegar. You're gonna put the Sprite in the baking soda. So make sure that that's orange juice. What do you put in orange juice? Water. That's vinegar. What do you put in? And then it's water you put in. And that's Windex you put in. Yes. So make sure you do that. But you have these 2 mixed up. That's okay. You guys doing good?
Yeah.
Just, can you put those pots up?
Okay, I have to.
Oh, it'll smell like vinegar and it's gross. Alright, how you ladies doing? Good, good, good? Good, How you guys doing? Did you guys get all of them? I think you need to get one other. Do you want like an extra shot of me like this? Alright, you're good. So now start talking about it. Start talking about the colors. Start going, alright, now this one. So look at the color. So it looks, you know. Start getting it, okay? So we're talking about this, and we're going to ask questions. You think it's weird that vinegar's are they kind of give it away. Here, so guys, you have your sheets, start comparing, start looking, start talking your group. So I'm going to ask you guys questions. Oh, Mr. Barley? Barley? Who's Mr. Barley? That's silly. Yes. Sometimes we'll talk about it. Did you put your drops there? Good. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Are you guys doing? Are we all done?
First it was a sign.
Got a little bit.
Why did she move it back?
Oh no.
One time later, I gave Tiny water. One time I gave Tiny and then she put it in her car and she said, "Take it back." I was like, you should have put water in you should put water in and then in water. So right now,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are mixed. Alright guys, so did we all do some indication? Yes? Yes. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see what happened with our experiment. Okay? So that water. You guys all put water in the what spot? Water. See, good. Now, looking at your scale, what number corresponds to water? What do you think? What's the color? You guys think 8?
7.
Here's some 7s and 8s. Well, water is something called, it's down the what? It's down the middle. It's neutral. Water is neutral, so water is typically a 7. That is what the water is now. Did you guys think that water is going to change colors? No. Or did some of you think it was? Thought it was going to be more towards the acid. See? You never know. It never hurts to guess because you guys didn't know. Now, the one next to it. What's next to it? Wind next. Now, what colors did you guys see?
Light
blue. Well, what's blue? What is blue? what is a 6 classified as?
Green.
Light blue.
Of course.
Light blue.
It's more, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a 6. I wouldn't say it's a 6. The Windex is more of a what? It's not an acid, it's a... It's a what? Base. Alright. So now the baking soda. Some of you put baking soda in Sprite. But the baking soda, what is the baking soda?
Light blue.
Light blue. Now what number does the light blue correspond to? So it's like a base, like a weak base. Now we got my favorite, Sprite or Spite. Did Spite or Sprite change a color?
No. Yes.
Yes.
It's turned purple.
Turn into a purple. Was it purple? So when it's purple, what is purple? Nope. Nope. Look at the one below you. Yeah, yep, it's more of a weak acid is what the Sprite is. Alright guys, hey, we're almost done, Everyone listen. We're going through our findings. Now orange juice. What do we find orange juice? A peach. So it would be more towards red. Well, what is red?
0. Battery.
More of an acid. Yes, we all know that orange juice is acidic. Now, guys, real quick, we're almost on the last one. What was the last one?
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Vinegar is pink.
What did vinegar come out to? All right, so guys, real quick before we're almost done, I just want to say a few things. So, what we did was the pH stood for, do you guys remember? The potential of hydrogen. Yes. So, we were able to take things that we had no idea. We knew that, a lot of us knew that orange juice was acidic, was an acid, but some of us didn't. A lot of us didn't know if water was neutral or if it was more basic or acidic. We didn't know. So that's what pH indication does. It helps you determine exactly what it is. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. You guys feel like scientists?
Yes.
Because you got the what? You got the goggles on, you got the aprons on, you got the gloves on. See, we're still walking. You know what orange juice smells like. You don't need to walk orange juice. So guys, what we are going to do now, before we take our stuff off, I'm going to call by table, and we're going to carefully pick up the trays and put them in the sink, okay? So this table, can you please put your trays in the sink?
So we just put them in there,
Yep. Don't, just put them in the sink.
Nope.
Don't worry, once you get in the sink, it doesn't matter. Just don't spill it on the floor.
We keep our aprons.
Yes. So, what you guys, if you can listen up, yes, Gaya is right. Once you guys put your wells in the sink, you are able to take off your gloves, and if you can throw your gloves away, that would be wonderful. And then the goggles. Unfortunately, we cannot take home the goggles. But you guys get to take home your aprons and your bags, okay? So once I'm done calling on your table, you guys can do that. So now you guys can take your whats? Trays over. Then you can start.
You guys, our eyes are gonna.
How you doing? They're too big, they're too small. That's the end of the day. Whoa. All right, so guys, don't worry, it'll take a couple years for it to go away. Once you are done, if you can take your gloves off, so you guys can take your gloves, okay? No, it's okay. Just be careful with that. Okay? Yep, just keep your goggles on the table. Just put it down.
It's on your neck. Yes,
I guess Charlie doesn't like that. Yep, you guys can take it off. Make sure you throw your gloves away. All right, you guys, listen up real quick.
You can't really sing like that.
So, hey guys, hold on. Please all hear my wonderful voice for one last time. All right, friends, I have to call you friends just so you can listen. I hate saying friends, but you are my friends.
Yes.
So, Awesome. So, what you guys can do now is leave your goggles on the table for me, please. Once you throw away your gloves, put your apron in your bag. And I want to thank you guys for being a lot of fun and an awesome group. I had a lot of fun with you guys. You guys are very polite, and I appreciate that. And I hope you guys know that. You guys did not give me a hard time, and I like that, okay? So I hope that once you start to learn about these cool science things later on in the year, that you'll be like, oh, hey, I remember doing that, okay? So it'll be like a refresher. That sound cool? All right, so I want to thank you guys again for coming. And then when you're all done, if you can line up, and then I'll miss you.
And then I'll miss. Alright. Bye, Mike. Oh, Mr. Mike. And bye.
Mr. Barley.
Oh, Charlie, one of them thought your name was Mr. Barley. Oh, can you put that in that black, the kind of milk cart thing for me? I wouldn't. But they're dirty. They do, but they're dirty. Could one of you guys do me a favor and take the goggles and put in that kind of milk crate? Thank you. Yes, the Science Center does have birthday parties. How old are you? I was just curious. How old are you? Well, we do cool stuff in the Centennial Lab when we do like.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
You might do that? Well, that would be cool to have you. Maybe you'll have me. Who knows? You're a thing. Okay, hold on. Don't leave. So you know where to go. No.
I mean, that would go to my phone, but I would help you out.
Thank you.
You want one too? You can't give everyone one. Shh, can't tell, okay? Don't tell Barley. I mean Charlie. Don't tell him, okay?
Don't tell Barley.
Put them in your bag so no one else sees, okay? These are limited edition. Meaning I can't give them to everyone. Put them in the bags so no one sees them.
You like the bag see-through, right?
Shh, no one knows. You're giving away my secrets.
I think the bag see-through.
The marks from your goggles are going to stay on there for 2 years. If you keep giving away my secrets, they're going to stay longer.
Well, I think it's just going to give away the bag see-through. The bag see-through.
Do you think I like to shh? All right, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Bye, Charles.
My name is not Charlie.